Alright, I haven't got everything that I need out of here, but the rabbits can't really eat more than this. I'm going to take this to the rabbits. I'll show you some closer up footage of me cutting it, but these are salad greens, Swiss chard, mustard greens, tot soy, and lettuce. All right, it is that time of year when I come and bring the rabbits out to recharge the hotbeds. We put their cages on top and it keeps them much warmer in here than out there. I also bring the ducks in. Even though ducks and rabbits are very resilient, when you're getting down below zero, like -18 Fahrenheit, nobody should be outside of shelter that is warm. So the greenhouse works really well for those smaller animals. I did not harvest this greenhouse. We kept it growing and watered, and it was just a jungle in here. But we never came out and really harvested it because we just had too much food in other places. So for me, this greenhouse works much better as a winter greenhouse for January than it does for a summer greenhouse, because I always plant too much in the other gardens and then this one is forgotten in July. I'll just use all this for mulch inside the bed. You can see I already have a few of the stakes still up. I need to put some more on and give the cages something to rest on, and then we will move the rabbits out here. It's about 12 degrees Fahrenheit today, and so it's not super cold, but it is a warning of what is to come. I do use cardboard. I do use paper in my hotbeds. I figure if I contribute to garbage, I better find a way to use it as wealth. So it does make me sad to see all the waste in here. I've got big onions, I've got sweet potatoes, I've got regular potatoes. I'll try to show them to you as I pull them up. I could probably try to take those in. I'd have to probably dehydrate them or freeze them instead of letting them sit in a warm kitchen, because I bet they turn to mush in a warm kitchen. These were my sweet potatoes. That's kind of the bad thing about when you're doing hotbeds and you have them in different locations. The reason I want to put all the animals into the backyard for now is simplicity. The reason I want to put all the hotbeds out here is for simplicity. When I check on one, I can check on all of them. Currently, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hotbeds, all in random places on my in my property, and they were all experiments. And so it didn't occur to me to be like, try for simplicity, Julie. And so that's why a lot of things didn't get harvested, is because I just fed the family in moments of fatigue instead of going out and harvesting. And I've got onions and sweet potatoes and I should see if I can find you some of the potatoes. This is one of the big potatoes that froze. All of these were just fine until October, when it really started to freeze. I could have come out and harvested them at any time. Winter gardening is not always beautiful, especially if you're not buying new materials. All this vegetable matter will just compost down and into the bed. All right, I have the lathe secured and I'm just moving the cages down into place. I have 4 more cages to move in. I might actually take that one and put it on this end just because it fits better on the ends, but it's tricky to get other cages in when you have a cage on this side, because then you can't get around it to get to the other end. So I might just leave it. Hey guys, so this is my Tough greenhouse. This is the first big commercial greenhouse that we put up on our property, and this is the hotbed that runs down the middle of it. It's covered in rabbit cages. The reason for that is the rabbits stay warmer in the greenhouse than they would out in the open air, and the rabbits are currently pooping and peeing on top of my hotbed, which is recharging the heat, the bacteria, the food in the hotbed, so that it can heat up and keep vegetables alive at 18 degrees below 0 Fahrenheit. So I'm going to walk along real quick. I see that I've got some snow buildup, and I'm going to just tap it down a little bit. One of the benefits to having animals in your greenhouse that can come and go, like the geese and the ducks, is that they keep weeds out of the path, and the cats keep mice out of the greenhouse. So I don't have a problem with losses to predators. I do not let the cats have access to the grow beds themselves because I don't want them pooping in my hotbeds. I want only rabbit poop or goat poop and bedding in my hotbed itself. I hope that you find it encouraging that there are people all over the country that are doing things in different ways but having the same good results. And if you haven't started your homestead yet, going in armed with a lot of information can be very helpful. I do recommend listening to the... Why are you guys being so noisy? I do recommend listening to the podcasts over at permies.com. It saves you a lot of money because it kind of tells you what books are worth reading, what projects are worth trying. When I first was getting into homesteading, the podcasts were my biggest win because it was real people who had tried the methods that were in these homesteading and permaculture books, and then saying, yeah, this didn't work for me in my climate, or yes, this really worked for me in my climate. And so you kind of had instead of having to go to your own homestead and give everything a first try and spend a lot of money and time on things that weren't going to work for you, you kind of had expert advice, not just expert advice, but experts kind of fighting with each other a little bit over whether or not something was relevant for their climate. And I think that's very valuable to a homesteader. So hopefully this was helpful. I'm going to go line a hotbed with some plastic now. And make sure to go check out that link in the description if you're interested in this Homesteader Bundle series. And we'll talk to you later. When I first got into homesteading, I listened to the podcasts over at permies.com. And now I am excited to say that Paul Wheaton is buying ad space on my channel. Very exciting for me. And so this is what he's offering in this video. Paul Wheaton, the founder of permies.com and Wheaton Labs, wants to let you in on something. Paul is always up to some wild experiments over at Wheaton Labs, improving technologies from rocket mass heaters to roundwood building, passive heating, and beyond, as he shares permaculture with the world. Do you want to get in on that? Get hands-on, in-depth, and expertly guided experience in things like permaculture earthworks, gardening, rocket mass tech, and more by joining the Permaculture Boot Camp. There is no time commitment, so you can stay for a week or stay for a couple of years and earn a lifetime of rent on a 1-acre plot of your own amongst a like-minded community of permaculture enthusiasts. Visit the Wheaton Labs website for more information on this opportunity to work on cutting-edge permaculture and appropriate technology projects under the guidance of the Duke of Permaculture himself. Click the link below. Thanks, guys. Yeah.
This one came off just fine with a literal popping sound.
Wow. All right, I need you to come get these potatoes and take them in the house and put them under a towel in the pantry, and then come get the rest of them, because I don't have enough space for all of them. I don't want you spilling them.
Are big enough that I can pull them easy.
Okay, so go find a bigger container, like the big metal bowl, or the strainer, and put them in the closet with a towel over them, and then